Welcome to FishingGearTester.com.au's inspection of the Penn Spinfisher SSV series of saltwater reels. The Spinfisher has been around since 1961 in 4 major generations. The latest V-series Spinfishers, released in early 2013, have the most radical changes ever in the evolution of the Penn Spinfisher. The Spinfisher Vs are no longer made in the US of A. They come instead from Penn's factory in China. A lot of thoughtful design makes these reels the most advanced Spinfishers yet. For a start, the Spinfisher V is braid ready with a rubber gasket around the spool. That enables you to tie braided line directly to the spool without fear of it slipping. The generous line capacities across all sizes offer plenty of storage for braided line. The spools will also accommodate the old guard, holding enough monofilament to get the job done. The spool flange has 3 lines on it to let you know when you have 1/3, 2/3 or a full spool of line. There are round profile rubber seals on the upper and lower drag housing, on the crank handle, the drive shaft cap and around the gearbox. Seals like these normally appear in reels costing way more than these very affordable Spinfishers, so full credit to Penn for that one. In the Spinfisher V's drag system, the top stack is protected by a seal on the drag knob, and the bottom drag unit is protected by 2 seals. In the top there's a single metal washer and 1 HT100 graphite washer, but underneath the spool there's massive braking power. That comes from 2 huge HT100 washers and 2 metal washers. As you can see here, the drag capacities aren't as high as some of the competition, and some anglers might even be surprised by how much lower they are than a couple of the alternatives from other brands. However, each size Spinfisher still provides, in actual fishing terms, plenty of power to land good fish. There's a seal around the entire perimeter of the gearbox. It sits in a groove, and a good smear of grease will help make it a tight join with the side plate. Speaking of grease, blue Penn grease is abundant in the sample reel, and it's everywhere that it's needed. The zinc alloy main gear and brass pinion gear are well lubricated and sit on a total of 4 stainless ball bearings with a one-way roller bearing for the anti-reverse. On the 7500 to the 10.5 models, there's also a backup dog clutch for extra protection. The gear ratios range from a quick 6.2 to 1, offering speed in the smaller sizes, down to 4.2 to 1 in the larger sizes, for when torque is more important to land big stubborn fish. There's a metal roller on the spool oscillator, and 2 screws fasten this slider into the stainless steel main shaft. Another 2 screws keep the upper guide firmly in place, so the shaft shouldn't twist during a fight with a big fish. The 9500 and the 10.5 models also have an even thicker drive shaft that's also supported at the rear end for extra strength. Larger sizes have a rotor brake to stop the rotor moving when the bail arm is open. That stops the bail arm accidentally snapping shut during a cast. There's a ball bearing line roller and a coil bail spring. Other features include Penn's full metal body and rotor construction, plus a tough machined handle that screws directly into the main gear for a durable direct drive and firm cranking power. And there's a Spinfisher for almost every use, with 7 models, from the little 3500, aimed at broom and flathead, right through to the 10.5 tuna slayer. So that's the Penn Spinfisher V, continuing a 50-year tradition. It's not perfection, but for what you'll pay for one, it's pretty well up there.